Hello, my name is Mariana, and here I am again with my deck, my tarot deck blended with the Astrological Oracle cards in this big combined deck that I usually use for the collective readings. Um, Continuing actually with the experiment that I tried for the first time yesterday, shuffling the cards here on camera with you. To me, it felt very energizing and very nourishing, to be honest, to share this moment with you. It felt very special. But in particular today, just to give you a little bit of a context, I was going to sit down to do those signs for those readings for the signs that I usually do. Um, but I received some news that really left me. You know, when you don't really know what to do or what to say when you receive some shocking news or news that are unexpected and they concern you, right? Because there's this energy of uh, not being able to do much, but also wanting to support the person that you love, specifically when it has to do with health issues, right? Be it mental health issues or physical stuff, or just like the well being of the person that you care about. It really touches you very deeply, at least, I'm just going to speak for myself. It really touches me deeply, but I'm sure that, if you're here, you have the same level of sensitivity that I do. So I'm sure that you do have this empathy for the other, especially when it's somebody that you care deeply for. So the reason why I'm, giving you a little bit of a context of why I wanted to do this reading, using the same experiment that I did yesterday and shuffling the cards with you, but with the intention of being of service to somebody that is in need, being of service to somebody that is going through a rough moment, going through, a phase of maybe physical injuries or pain or issues. So I'm sure that if you don't know anybody like directly or personally in that situation, maybe you can direct this intention of being of service to the collective, right? Um, yeah, the collective is also suffering in a way. So, yeah, we can be of service to those that are needing this shelter, this support, this love, this care. Um, so, yeah, the intention for today's reading is, how can I help? How can I be of service? How can I show my support? How can I just show up? How can I just be there for those that you love and that you care and that you want to see feel better and heal, um, both physically but also spiritually or mentally or emotionally. So that's the intention for today. So if you want just to sit down comfortably or just feel your body, around the space and take some deep breaths and just focus in this question or this, um, it's like this open-ended ask, right? How can I be of service? So just meditate into this, asking into this, um, it's like receiving the guidance to be of service, right? To help others. So while I shuffle, maybe you can just bring, somebody that is in need of your help to your mind, to your third eye. And I want to be specific just before I start shuffling. I was thinking about, like, okay, whether or not this reading would be, in order to offer this help, or even like if this person that needs help, that needs assistance, is yourself, right? But I want to focus in today's reading just in you offering the help to somebody else. Maybe I might do another reading that is, the other way around. Maybe you are the one receiving the help, receiving the support, right? But today, just because of the news that I received personally, I wanted to be of service to them. So, to be honest, this is, maybe a personal reading for myself that I'm sharing with you, that perhaps if it resonates, then it could be helpful to you as well. Okay, so we start with a very grounding energy of just being exactly where you are with the Five of Pentacles. And it's interesting because I mentioned the Five of Pentacles in the extended yesterday, because the Five of Swords came in the extended for yesterday's reading. And I was picking up on the energy of the Five of Pentacles, which is this energy of, marking the X on the map in as a symbol or as a representation of where do you want to go, or like how do you find this integrity in this journey towards the place that you're meant to be, the place that you're meant to go. And so yeah, of course the integrity is here, but most of all, like beginning this reading, it feels like this card is symbolizing the fact that you can be of service just being exactly where you are, right? It's like you don't have to, you know, um, roam around the world. It's almost like just be present. Like this full conscious presence can be of service, right? It's almost like it's summoning all of your integrity through your body, through your physical presence. So maybe, yeah, just being there physically can also be of immense service, right? Okay. So, following the Five of Pentacles, we have the Four of Cups, which is just talking about holding space for the emotional um, purge. It's not necessarily the word that was coming through. I was just looking for another word that didn't look as messy as vomit, right? The word vomit was the one that was coming through, because I do feel like with the four, it's almost like your presence there is going to ground the energy enough, is going to stabilize the energy enough so that all of these emotional waves can be purged, can be expressed, can be let out, right? Allowed out. So yeah, just be there, hold space for all of the emotional purge, right? It's almost like maybe you're just going to be there while your person cries, or, screams, or, just putting it all out there, right? It's like maybe you don't have to say anything, maybe you don't have to do anything, just being there, holding space for all of this emotional purge is enough, right? At least in the beginning. It's almost like if you're most concerned, right? It's like maybe you're like me, right? It's like, when the news arrives to you, it's almost like, okay, so what do I do? What should I do, right? How can I help? um and the first thing is just that it's like you don't have to go anywhere farther, or you don't have, it's like just be where you are, be present, and hold space for them to purge, right? Okay. So we have a page, the Page of Wands. And of course, the page to me, most of the times, not always, but specifically right now, is coming through as the infant, the child, the one that is vulnerable, the one that is allowed to be um, naive or innocent or immature, or um, it's like it's allowed to be childish, right? It's allowed to, it's like not know everything, not have the answers. Because I feel like, being the Page of Wands, there is a little bit of frustration mixed with anger. So maybe that's part of the emotional purge. It's not just, this sad cry, or this um, suffering and pain, right? There is a little bit of this fire of anger, of rage, of almost like this unfair type of situation, right? It's like just, like being a kid again. It's almost like being dependent, perhaps, right? Maybe this is the reason why they're frustrated, maybe because they depend upon others. What I'm hearing right now is like, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. Almost like a denial, which, is part of the grieving process in a sense. Wow, okay. So we have the Ten of Cups, which is like, it's coming through as like the whole full spectrum of emotions. So it's almost like going from despair or hatred to full love, right? This full blown, potent love. And feeling like there is support, feeling like there is a lot of space. It's like, because you're holding space for them to start just expressing whatever they're feeling, even if it is anger, even if it is frustration, even if it is, rage, or, everything that was just buried within them. And now that they are in this position, a very vulnerable position, it's like there is also this radical acceptance of, taking every kind of love that is being offered, right? So in a sense, I don't feel like they are afraid of not being loved, just, because like just a scared child, right? They're not afraid that they're not going to be loved if they express that fear or that anger or that raw emotion, because there is space, right? It's like you're creating this emotional space for them to feel safe, for them to feel secure, for them to feel comfortable enough to express whatever they need to express, and also receive everything that they want to receive, that they're ready to receive, right? So it's just coming through as like the whole spectrum of emotions. This is what the Ten of Cups is bringing, right? And to be honest, I want to add something here. It feels very welcome. It feels the type of embrace that is exactly what this person needs at this moment. So reestablishing the peace, the harmony, the sense of everything being in its place, because the Six of Pentacles here is just talking about like how things are back in order in a sense, right? There is no um it's interesting because it's coming to us like there aren't peaks and valleys, right? Maybe with the emotional expression, the emotional purge, there could be almost like this, you know, the foundation here, because sometimes I see the four as foundation. It's almost like the foundation is like hitting rock bottom, but because you're holding space for them to, feel all of this well, right? Of, that could have been emptied. It's like with a lot of love, with a lot of like all of these running waters, right? Just allowing these waters to move within. It's like after all of this purge, because it's being not replaced, but it's being infused with love, right? That is the word. That it's just so gorgeous. It feels almost like it ends with a T, right? It's like it's infused with love, or some sort of like a actual, like something that you serve them, something that you pour to them, right? Almost like water, you serve them water and it's filled with so much love. And that brings them into the sense of harmony, right? It's like everything is okay, everything is on track, right? Sometimes I see the Six of Pentacles as the train that is on track. So nothing is out of order. In fact, things are so in order, things are so balanced, things are so harmonious that things are moving in the right pace, right? It's almost like there needs to be this emotional purge, but then there is this sense of, okay, I am exactly where I need to be, right? Going back to the Five of Pentacles. So you being there for them, holding space so that they can express everything that they're feeling, right? Even if, it could be considered or labeled as childish. It's like not judging them and expressing all of that is giving them, because you're holding your integrity intact. So therefore, it's like you're this pillar, right, of this foundation for them, that is enabling them to see that it's like they have everyone that they love around them, right? It's like, because now I'm seeing like all of these pairs, right? It's almost like here there is one pair, there is another, there is another. So it's almost like connections, right? Relationships. So specific people that are there perhaps in the same room, in the same space, in the same energy, that are making them feel like things are in order, right? Things are harmonious, things are on track. Oh, wow. Wow, this is so beautiful. Okay, so here's the card that represents the universe from the Astrological Oracle deck. And actually, what this is talking about is so profound. It's almost like beyond words, to be honest. But the first thing that I saw was like, even beyond the people that are surrounding this person, this loved one, I feel like there are like beings from other galaxies, from like the entire universe, that are surrounding this person. So it's very moving. Like I'm having goosebumps all over my body. It's very moving and emotional, but also this is part of the healing, I feel like, because it's almost like they are here to perform some sort of healing that is subatomic. It's hard to express, but it's almost like it's beyond traditional medicine and like the medical knowledge that we have, or the remedies that we have are they we don't yet know this technology of healing. And so, okay, so this is fascinating. It's almost like they are communicating telepathically with me. And maybe okay, so they are explaining to me. The Five of Pentacles is crucial for you that are the one offering this help for this person, because they are kind of like they have offered themselves to feel in their body, in their cells, but through the communication that you are going to receive, because you are holding this integrity and holding space for them. But it's almost like this healing, this technology in the cells, right? It's almost like upgrading the DNA in the body of this one. So I feel like they don't know this, right? That's the thing. It's like, you know this, you feel this, and I'm having goosebumps again. It's like you feel the presence of these other beings, and you realize how they are acting on this person's cells. It's like it's this very microscopic type of, but it's not just microscopic, right? That's the thing. It's like it's also macroscopic. It's like they're coming from, the edges of the universe, from other planets, from other stars, from other systems here, and also like acting very it's like this very it's interesting because it's reminding me of the Virgo energy that was at the bottom of the deck in the first part yesterday, and it was talking about like this detailed oriented type of attention and concentration and focus. And this is what they're doing. It's almost like it's such a precise thing, surgery or whatever um, technique that they are using. It's very precise, it's very detailed, right? And it goes like to like the right cells, it goes to like the parts of the body, the parts of the mind, the parts of like the it's like they're fine tuning the frequency. This is what I'm hearing right now. It's like fine tuning the frequency of the cells, and they don't know this, but they're feeling it. And that's the reason why they are, it's almost like they are, all of this fire, all of this ignition in them. It's almost like this instinctive movement. There is no, they don't, that's the reason they are frustrated. It's almost like they don't have a reason. They don't have a, like something that they remember being frustrated about, and yet this frustration is here. um but it's because of this, it's because of this fine tunement. It's like they are touching these cells, and the movement of the cells, the movement of like these particles in the body, it's just, it's creating these waves, right? So it's almost like uh it's like moving with vibration, and that's the reason why there is like this emotional wave for this one. Oh, wow, that is really profound. Okay, so first of all, the card that almost turned but it didn't, I received the message of it's not yet time for that specific final message, right? Because I was just thinking about, okay, so what concludes this message, right? What is the final card? And for that card that didn't come through, I got this message that is not yet time for that to be known. And yet, what is meant to be known right now at this moment is the Three of Pentacles, which ties back to the oh, was it yesterday's collective or was it the solar eclipse reading? I can't remember now. But it's the co-creation, right? I think it was the solar eclipse reading. So here is the co-creation that is happening, right? But it's not, it's almost like in this cellular or subatomic type of fine tunement needs to happen first, because that is what is going to be almost like the initial particles. These are the first three elements, these are the first necessary conditions for this co-creation to happen in the physical, right? So, and it's almost like what this is saying is something that perhaps is beyond visible, right? It's not yet perceivable, but because you know this, it's almost like you're holding space. You're being this integral one that is holding space for all of this incredible process of healing, right? And like it's almost like this fine tunement of their vibration, right? It's like their cells are being upgraded in a way that they don't yet know. And it's almost like you cannot see that either, but now you know. And it's almost like there's more information to come from that later on, right? But this is almost like the first necessary primordial conditions that are going to eventually lead to evidence in the physical. So, I hope this was helpful to you. I am going to pull more cards in the extended, the same way that I'm doing here. So if you resonated with that and you want to know more, if you want to dive deeper perhaps, and be of service to somebody that is in need, then you're more than welcome to join me there in the extended. I'm also going to pull from the astrological runes there. So if you want to join me, the link is down below. If not, I'll see you next time. Bye.